and welcome to Madrid. We're back, fourth round action. This is the 16 to 12 pool after the pre-quarters have been separated. I'm Stefan Rapazzo, joined here again with Eric Becker. Rico, how are you? What have we got in front of us? Who are these teams?
We have two French teams, one French pickup. I think this is 8 or 9 clubs in total for freestyle joining together for this tournament. And the other one is Revo, French Parisian team who is playing in the first division in French championship.
All right, and here we go. FRIZSTYLE wearing the white jerseys. They get things going first. Kudrek with the disc, a little bit of give and go. They're on the front foot, straight in. Arnold Bono with the goal. Very quick for FRIZSTYLE to score that first goal.
It's actually Arnaud Bernardo.
Merci
I will correct you, Steph, for French name,
yes,
if you don't mind.
I'm very happy for you to correct me. I know Arnaud Bernardo. I should have known that. He tried out for a Revo team when I was coaching the mixed a year and a half ago. So I should have known him. I should have known that one. Anyways, we've got love to inform you. We're happy to have our Frenchman here commentating in English, but be aware there is also a feed in French. So check on alti.tv if you don't understand my native language and the one that Rico speaks with me, and you prefer the French, please get in and check the French feed too. But if you like to listen to Rico and I, please stay with us, of course. Rico, we'll talk about your last game in between the next break. But Isno's been going pretty good. I'm happy to see that. And we'll see Revolutionnaire. They run a lot of hex offense. Let's see what they do. Reimbourg. Oh, that one is high. That was not what he wanted. And Marty intercepts. FRIZSTYLE looking strong early. Lamorel. High stall camp, but gets a major separation on the up line. Ooh, he had a look at that cross field, but the throw wasn't there. Dagno.
For Marty.
And that's Kuning. That shot in for goal. It's Jonathan Blondel, and FRIZSTYLE get a hold and a very easy break to start things off.
Yeah, they moved the disc pretty well, pretty fast. Dump and swing, really efficient, and good continuation for finishing the point. Congrats for them.
Yeah, they did well there.
I have to. Sorry, I interrupt you, but I want to wish you a happy birthday, my friend.
Well,
it's a nice day for you, though. Yeah.
It's been a pretty good day. I knew that Madrid was on the calendar for my birthday. It's part of the reason why I'm not officially coaching is no good, because the way I may have a party over this weekend is not necessarily what Isno needs for their for this campaign. But yeah, it's nice to be in a Frisbee community nonetheless on my birthday. So thank you very much, Rico.
I understand that now. I didn't know it was your birthday this weekend. I'm really happy to enjoy tonight with you.
Yeah,
and celebrate.
Well, let's make sure we have lots of reasons to celebrate. Not just my birthday, but another victory for Isno would be an even better reason for celebration.
Sure.
Here we go. Bourdin goes underneath to Syrien. Back to Bourdin. He gets the under to Chen. Those two played together, as we mentioned before, from Sun now to Revo. Bourdin had a very nice last game on the stream. Squeaks it inside. That's Chevreuil. And finds the open receiver, Syriens. And okay, Revo, their second attempt, they hold.
Yeah, it was good. And actually, FRIZSTYLE wasn't able to stop the inside breaks on the Revo offense. And that's why it is a score at the end.
And so, over the course of this game, Rico, I want to start looking with you at the state of the Revolutionnaire offense when they're receiving their pulls, the way they structure their hexagon, and well, let's have a look at it and analyze it. It's been one of these new offenses that some people believe is the new answer to everything, and some people believe is a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. So let's analyze that as we go and give our own opinions.
I will try to do my best.
So Isno, tell us about your last game. You just finished up about 10 minutes before this game started.
Yeah, it was actually a game against Fire, and I think we came up quite strong. The first half, I think it was 8-1 or 8-2 maybe at the end of the first half. So the game was pretty close by the end of the first half, and then we just keep rolling and finish the game quite strong by a nice break.
So it's been a great campaign, nothing but winning so far for Isno, but the real stuff starts next. For now, FRIZSTYLE trying to maintain their lead, get a hold here and stay up by 2. Revo obviously want anything but that. And there they go, they get the gainer to Marti. Marti gets one up, safe catch there, 2 hands by Emke. And the around to Marti. Marti so far been getting a fair few touches, working strong in the handling space. Nave. Ooh, almost a Pochi D, but just enough to get it through. And Jonathan Blondel for his second goal of the game.
Nice, and you can see this is not the first time that this player play together. Maybe the first time live on video, but they played a lot of tournaments, I think even before COVID. So we can see there is a lot of flow in their offense, the continuation is good. And Revo really need to stop that fast continuation if they want to perform better.
And so they're a pickup team, but they're a pickup team that plays international tournaments frequently, or they used to before COVID. Is that how it goes? Or?
Yeah, I think they played a few Bruges, maybe 1 or 2. And they did pretty well in the second division. This is players who are not used to play big European level, like top Europe championship, but they definitely want to, and that's why they built that pickup. And I think that's a good experience for French player to, if they don't have the opportunity with their club, to taste a little bit of European level.
Excellent. Good way to get out and, like you say, get the taste. Not everybody gets the invitation to get to many of the European championships. They're invite or qualify only. So Remborg goes up and gets Miskovic. Now Remborg again to Fumaroli. He goes upfield, gets another completion. Gagnard. Syrien's back to Gagnard, and Revo have done it again. They're staying in this one. 2 down to 3. They're still back a break, but the offense looked pretty good there.
Yeah, it was smooth offense. Yeah, we can see that they're putting an overstack at the beginning, and there is a lot of space in the middle for them. So
yeah,
that's good.
You're right. It was very much a horo as opposed to the hex we saw yesterday, but that worked. They generated space very nicely. Remborg got it twice to get the possession moving. And then Gagnard had 2 touches himself to set up his own score. So good bit of work there by Révolutionnaire.
That's funny to have Fumaroli on the Revo team, because there is an old French player who was called Thomas Fumagalli.
Yes.
Who was playing for Revo a few years ago, and he was actually a good player. He made the mixed team.
He came back last year, so this same team that I cut Arnaud Bernardo from, Thomas Fumagalli had come back. He was going to play. And then this team didn't happen because of COVID, and then I ended up coaching with a new team. So
good for us.
Yeah, well, good for everybody, I hope. FRIZSTYLE on the attack. Nave, nice catch again by Blondel, and an even better throw, that high release backhand, right on the doorstep. And that one in like Flynn and FRIZSTYLE. These offensive possessions are looking good. Either the defense ain't tight enough or these O-lines are just flowing.
Maybe they need to change something in defense. to prevent like break.
Yeah.
This is we see that both of these teams like to break on the inside, so maybe try to block that and see what happens with the around.
Take away the break. Let the around beat you. Let them reset a bit more. Let them go backwards a little bit more. Just take away that middle. I like that. That sounds like a sound adjustment. There's the throw for score.
And actually, Nave was in the course for French selection, and for open team. So we're gonna see what freestyle do next for defense.
And that the player just pulled it. He plays for Czech.
He plays for Czech, yeah.
So there really is one of everybody on this freestyle team.
Yeah.
Besat with his trademark fedora hat that he wears. That one high for Syriens. It makes a great catch. Hangs onto that sucker. Now Rainborg. Chen as he comes under. Flipper over top. Syrien. He goes deep and it looks good to Bazayat. It looks perfect. What a throw.
Oh, no, he dropped it.
No.
Oh, my God.
Gracious. I mean, it was like he had like 2 sporting steps. Let's take a look at the replay of that one. We're having a look at the replay. The players are wondering what it looks like. It is, how many steps is he taking here? So he's got it. He's got a step. Two. No, that's a drop. That is he did not have it in his hand. It was never safe. It was by the eyes of the commentators, that one was down. We don't get to make the call. We wish we could a lot of the time. It's contested? But he's allowed to.
Yeah, yeah.
He is allowed. Here it is
deciding.
In slow motion. So he's caught it, but does he ever have it? It's in his hand, and he strips it on himself. Like he's had 2 steps, but he didn't let that go. That was.
And I think the rule says that the only thing that that you can drop the disc is for protecting yourself from injuries. And
right.
Clearly, this was not the case. Like he was not in danger with that disc.
I think, in my opinion, that should have been a turnover. I get where he thinks that he had possession for 2 steps, but it was never stable possession. Syriens, who threw that one moments ago, the throw was perfect. The catch had its speculations. And another throw, that one was off target by a bit, and now FRIZSTYLE off and running the other way. Bernardo.
You know the saying, the disc never lies.
That's it, Rico. It's the truth. I've seen it all too often when the discussions that are the most furious, usually when you give up to them, they give themselves their own retribution. Double zeros with the disc. Gunning. He is running and gunning. Sokier. Oh, big bid by the big fella from Chalk. Sam Prot gets down, but a bit of a conservation of greatness. He got great on the throw, and then
another thing that we see a lot, big play to catch disc, then get up and then throw in the same motion, and that's usually a turnover.
Preservation of greatness, conservation of greatness, whatever you like to say. It happens so often. There's actually sayings for it, but that's we know, we talk about it a lot with our team. Stop, take a breath, find any moment you can to just reset when you're too excited.
Yeah. Take the dump option.
Yes, exactly. Let somebody else do something awesome for a second.
Okay.
Okay, Remborg with the disc, and they're still in a. No, now they may be in that hexagon. With their handlers staying deep back, it looks like they're trying to get a hexagonal shape, and they are running this hex now.
It's difficult to find the space, though, to see where is the space, or maybe it's because FRIZSTYLE is doing a zone.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree that it's difficult to see the space sometimes. It has to be like perfect timing by multiple players, and when you get that, it looks great, but it's a complex system to open up space in the center when everybody's kind of got to use that same space. Rainborg shakes and bakes a couple different fakes and finally gets the inside to Chen. Now it's Willem tops, and that one, he turned his head away because of the contact, and it dropped. Let's have a look at this. So he turned his head trying to avoid the contact, but the contact didn't really hit him.
We had this discussion at training or at World Games, actually World Game selection. Can you call dangerous play if there is no contact?
Yeah, it's like speculating, anticipating dangerous play is yeah, it's tough to do.
But it's an accepted.
And you got to accept that call. And there, maybe another case of the disc doesn't lie. But either way, the turnover does come on the ensuing play, and FRIZSTYLE will have it. Sam Prot, who made an incredible layout in front of us not long ago, he starts with the disc.
A lot of poaching at the end of Revo stack.
Really protecting the deep, but that does compromise the return trip. Nick Perus, a good player from Versailles, but that was not a good throw out of his hands there. He let it get away from him, and it's gone to turf.
Maybe too much precipitation on both teams. Like they want to play really fast and finish the point quite early. So that often make turns happen.
Yeah, they're getting ahead of themselves, especially these high turnover points. Of course, you want to finish them quick once you've been going for 5 minutes. That one thrown in and made good with not the greatest option, but Guyen Tops does make it count. It's a score.
Yeah, and then you can see number 92 as the upper end in the air. So maybe it was like an okay choice.
Yeah, yeah. If you're picking your receiver, you're picking your matchup. Sometimes it doesn't need to be a perfect throw.
I agree.
If I'm throwing to Rico or I'm throwing to Francois, I can throw 2 different throws.
Yeah.
Francois, obviously, I can give him more float. I got to be more precise to Rico.
Yeah, yeah, of course. The air is not my thing.
No, not at all. So, what else is happening in this tournament? So the men's side of the draw, top of it, we did say we talked about our quarter. Isno just got through Fire of London. On the other side, right on the other field, it was who?
It was Los Otros against Spanish team. Quijotes, sorry.
Quijotes, and that was a one-sided game as well.
Yeah, 15-6.
15-6, so that will be the next semifinal. Los Otros versus Is No Good, our last stream of the day.
Yeah.
And the other side we'll talk about after this point. Blondel gets the disc to Boneta, and then back to the sideline here, Nijo. Boneta gets the nice under. Dagno. Good continuation. Good looking flow right now out of FRIZSTYLE. Can they stay with it? It looks like they get the big gainer now. Nijo goes back around. Nemos and Dagno. Back in the middle. Kudrek gets the goal. That one in to Gonsalves. His first touch of the point at a good time. What do you think about that possession?
It was good, but at my point, like Revo gave too much of in cuts. You want to block that. It's too easy for FRIZSTYLE to put the score in with that many in cuts.
Yeah, they got to readjust their positioning a little bit. Their what are their defensive priorities? What is the no zone? Okay. They're playing a little bit too much. I don't want to give up anything, and then they give up everything.
Yeah.
But they could probably tighten up their no in adjustment, and I think against a team like this, who's not proven to be shooting deep too much. It would probably give him a few more turnovers.
We have some players who are watching their nice highlight already. They cannot wait from the YouTube feed to see it again.
It's great. We love the
Ulti TV's feed. Sorry, I was saying YouTube.
Feed, but no, we love that everybody at home can watch. But we know that more often than not, as soon as the game finishes, at minimum, there's another 5 or 6 feeds going on because all the players gather around phones and tablets and watch the game over too, and they want to see themselves and they want to hear what us commentators say about them and disagree when we say bad things and agree when we say good things.
We try to be fair, not bad, not good, just fair.
Fair, just we call them like we see them. If you make a mistake, I'm not going to say it was pretty, and if you do something sensational, I won't say it was average. So anything and everything in between. Oh, there's the smack away from Nguyen Tops. And Revo with a chance to go to within 1 here. Fumaroli to Nguyen Tops. Fumaroli again on the front foot. Stall count mounting, and he gets the dump to Syrien. Now Nguyen Top. That one to Garnier for the goal, and Revo back to within 1. They're sticking around here. Let's see if they tighten up their D like we said, if they can take away these ins. You never know. They could steal something here. They could, stay within 1 past half, and anything can happen.
We know it's always difficult to be leading a game like that with only 1 small points ahead. And everything can happen for Revo. If they put a lot of pressure, maybe the offense of FRIZSTYLE will be a bit shaky.
You can never get comfortable, that's for sure. Just checking in on the feed. Hi to Juan and hi to Felix. Happy that both of you guys are watching.
Juan, you can see it's already talking about X attack, like the strategic goal of Ultimate. He really enjoys that. We know that, Juan.
And Felix, of course, defending the Hex there, saying it's not a space-based offense, it's a motion-based offense. And I think I said that in Revo's last game. They seemed to be playing it a bit too much space-based, and their initiation wasn't coming. But if they can get that going, they'll make it look better. But there they go. Revo get a break there and a score. Ndai to Bourdin for the score. And Revo has tied it all up. It's 5 apiece. We got a game here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the marks on this point. Force them to throw a difficult hack, difficult around break. Almost a Callahan.
Almost a Callahan by Bourdin. He let it go to ground. Felix keeps talking to us here. If it sits comfortably in the center of the Hex shape, as it has done a few times, then they are technically playing a motion offense, not a Hex, I guess. Well, I also know that Felix, and I know you're listening now, so I'm talking directly to you, Felix, but I know you play a lateral Hex where you tend to keep the disc on the exterior of the shape, where Revolutionnaire, when they do play Hex, they tend to play a central Hex, and they put all of the players around the disc rather than in front of the disc. And I like the lateral Hex much more than I like the central Hex. I feel like the central Hex suffocates the disc and the space a bit more. But I'm sure you'll have more to say about that as we get back into this game. And
see, FRIZSTYLE
are off and running. Sam Prot with the disc. Up and around. Marti. Hammer, big hammer, all sorts of space. That was the right throw. And then a big swiping fake, but didn't do anything with it. Now he goes for goal, and that is going to work. It's Marti with the goal, and 2 big throws. Finish that one off quick.
Yeah, great hammer from Rees.
love a good hammer. Always
Actually, it was Boris who threw that hammer. Sorry.
Always keep a hammer in your tool belt. It's a essential throw to have, of course, but it's a throw that you need to have to be a great player. But you need to know when to use it. It can't be you can't throw hammers liberally as much as commentators would like them.
So let's see what Revo is offering us.
Let's have a look. Felix is surely paying attention now. Yes. Uncomfortable for the thrower in these centrals, so he does agree with me. And I love the hex offense, but it's an offense for me that needs to be used at the right times, in the right way, and not as an exclusive. But we have our everybody's got their own way of doing it, and I think any system can work if everybody's on the right page. Raimborg winds up, holsters it, surveying his options. He gets Garnier, who comes under, sporting the white headband. Now he goes to Basiat, sporting the white fedora. Fumaroli, low center of gravity on his pivots there. Goes up, Raimborg's there, but so is the defender, only had a step in front. The throw was leading too far.
FRIZSTYLE now putting like vertical stack.
Good old-fashioned verti. Daniel, pressure there, but maintains possession. Nigo, Perus, and great defense, but strip or foul, in fact, called, and no contest. Perus wanted the up line, goes all the way around, gets it. The bearded lumberjack, Sauquier, gives it and is looking to get it back. Gets it back. Upfield, all sorts of space for Blondel. Hammer, everybody loves a hammer, especially when it's into space like that. And Kudrek receives the hammer from Blondel. What about that one, Rico?
That was a really good choice. And if you have the opportunity to finish a point like that, do it. Don't do a lot of throw in front of the end zone and to have difficult throw. If you have something open like that, take it.
And that's it. It's one of those things when it's there and you see it. I was saying it in my last game. If you see the deep or you see the throw, take it immediately. But if you're looking for the throw, that's when you have to avoid it every time. If it comes to you, if it was there, then especially in these no hesitation situations, boom, I see it, I take it. But if you get the disc and you're looking around, especially you're looking for a scoring throw, that's when you get, okay, no, now you reset it. Now
that's a good advice for me.
Yeah.
But I try, as older as I get, I try to avoid that kind of throw. It was a lot of my mistake came on that type of thing, to finish the point, and I wanted to finish the point, absolutely. I did a lot of turnovers. My teammates, my old teammates can witness on that.
You're not alone in that, I'm sure, but maybe you were very good at it.
I'm always very good at what I do.
Whatever you do. And here come Révolutionnaire. Bourdin with the disc. Goes to Endai, straight back to Bourdin. Bourdin chucks deep, Chevreuil on the chase, and he's going to get there. Two of them would have got there, but Chevreuil called him off and said, I'm taking this statistic this time. And Revo staying in it. 6-7, down one, and still extending the half.
That was an important point to take for Revo, because if you take half like that, like 8-4, it would have been tough to come back from that. So
yeah, I always say the 3-point to 1-point swing. When the 2-point gap is never comfortable, because the 3 gets comfortable, especially when you have a chance to break and make it 3. Then it's like, we made it comfortable, but it hurts so much when you like get close to the end zone, turn it over, and then zoom the other way. It's like we were almost up 3, and now we're up 1, and that swing is such a big difference maker in the mentality of how you play the next points.
And when you have to go back in offense after that, that's really tough when your D-line could have stayed close and you coming back on the field with the feeling that you shouldn't have come back on the field because the D-line was up.
Fumaroli with the pull. It's gonna go brick. Major brick. That almost bricked in the field next door.
I don't know about you, Stefan, but older as I get pissed even more about bricks.
Oh,
like you have to put the disc in.
You know that I don't like pulls that aren't perfect.
I know that.
Like pulls that go out of bounds drive me nuts. I usually bite my tongue because expressing my dissatisfaction doesn't help the next part of the play. But oh yeah, for me, pulling needs to be a perfect part of the game. Teac on the D, but cannot catch up to Blondel. Contacts him, in fact, but they're both okay with what happened there, and Blondel keeps the goal.
And that's what we said. If the pool was inbound, you maybe would take like 15 meters down on the field, and this first throw maybe would have not been in the end zone.
Right,
so
exactly.
That's really important to, and we need to acknowledge that.
Well, not only 15 meters, but also in the exact center of the field, the most threatening center of the field. You have space on both sides. It really makes the defense have to choose what they're taking away. So we've made halftime here. They're taking a break. We might as well do the same. You at home, don't go anywhere. Keep your computer on, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes for the second half.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, Ultimate TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
And we are back live with Stefan, who is trying to eat his rice between points, and it's hard for him, but he managed.
Rico, you can't give away the secrets. You can't give away
these secrets. Sorry. Nah. But I find you really professional because you have this ability to eat like really fast and swallow it really fast. And be able to
I don't know if my speed eating prowess makes me professional, but I am one of the greatest speed eaters that I know. Soft, mild brag there, but I actually have entered in multiple speed eating contests in my life. I got a silver medal. I got a medal in a spaghetti eating contest in Guelph, Ontario. There was like over 40 contestants and thousands of spectators, and there was like 4 tables, like stadium style tables, trestle tables, hands behind your back. You had 500 grams of spaghetti, 1, 2, 3, go, and we smashed our faces in the plate, and I finished 500 grams of pasta in 57 seconds. I got second place. It was a glorious evening after that. Now to the action. Revolutionaire here. Guyen tops with the disc, drops back to Reimborg, and then through Chen to Reimborg. And
Syriens
He's gone for it again. He's been deep throwing well. Guyen tops. Thought he was there, and the defense got there. He called the foul. I want to see this one again. I'm not sure how much contact there was. There was some.
We don't know if he calling strip or foul.
Oh, I mean, he got all of the disc, that's for sure. He might have got some of the body on the follow through, but he got all of the disc first. That part is for sure, for sure. Here's another look. Oh, so if he's calling a strip, I think he may have a point. If he thinks his hands were closed, but I don't think there was much body-to-body contact. We might get one more look at this.
What is the decision?
I think it's contested.
Yeah, okay.
Here's our last look at this.
This is a fair decision?
I think so. It's too tough to call. Here it is, up. For me, that's not a foul. For me, I think it, like, he did touch the plastic, so I can understand why he felt it, but I don't think he caught. I don't think he had fingers on both sides of the plastic. Anyways, we're back at it. I think it was well resolved when it's that close. It's too close to tell. Basset goes all the way around to Rembourg. Now Chen. Syrien. Back to Chen. Waiting, looking for something in front, settles for the dump, and then too far in front and off his hand, and FRIZSTYLE with a chance to go the other way. They're going to try and do it in one throw, but looked like Cedric was going to be there, and he was indeed to break it up.
Again, fast throw without looking the pouches. Not a good choice.
Coulda, yeah,
and
exactly.
Your runner doesn't see the disc, and you throw in exact same space that the cutter is running, you cannot see the disc.
Yeah, that could have worked if it went really far outside and had a lot of curve on it, but really, as you said, that should have just been chill, throw the dump, and set up a little end zone short attack offense. Syrien. Basset. Basset, in fact, with the fedora. Rembourg to Chen. Basset. Syrien. Revo seemed to be in a more conventional horizontal here.
But I think it's a zone for kind of poachy defense, but
it is. It's a straight up zone when you start looking at the D, and there's the defense.
Yeah, they didn't find the solution between the players and to touch the other guys from behind the first curtain.
And that's an unforced error there, but that is sometimes what a zone is trying to force, is they're trying to force you to throw 20, 30 times and make you make your own errors. And in that case, it worked.
And we're going to see if FRIZSTYLE can make up the 3-point lead.
It's that time. It's 3 or back to 1. What's it going to be, FRIZSTYLE? You want to keep these guys in it, or you want to walk away?
Yeah, your choice.
Yeah, up to you. Well, I guess Revo has some say in it, but yes, offense dictate. So we talked about our side of the draw. It will be Is No Good versus Los Otros, and Los Otros, we know, a very strong team on paper. As far as the names on that team, some of the best Canadian players that have ever played the game, a lot of old Rush and GOAT guys, a lot of Canada reps. You got Nasser, of course, a French legend who's brought around a couple of the young up-and-coming Frenchmen as well, with Ancelin and Roger, but he's out for the weekend. And then a couple great Swedes too, Leandersson there. I remember calling a game in 2012 in Japan, and Leandersson took over that game, as well as saw him in Rocla when they won with the SE6, and he's a super top player. So they've got great players, but they're a little bit old, so they may not be holding together this late in the tournament. They're a pickup team, so they don't have the cohesion. So I think that's going to be a great game against Isno. Other side of the bracket, I think, is going. We know who's going to win. It's Clapham, and we don't even know their opponent officially, but it's whoever won between
Uprising and One Shot. So
Uprising and One Shot. Either way, we've seen both of them on the stream, and neither of them are going to put up a strong resistance to Clapham, if you ask me. If I was a betting man, I'd say either one of them will be lucky to get 6.
that's a bet. It's on.
And so, yeah, and so that is the men's draw. Women's draw is all over the map. I got to look at the scores again, but I know there's been upsets. I'm not sure who is at the top of that bracket, but we know that it is a 8-team division. They all play each other once, and then a final placing game. So you need to finish first or second to have a chance to win this. So it's going to be intense these last few games in the women's division as well. That up liner there, FRIZSTYLE, Nemos. Gets the hammer, love the hammer, Perus under it, can hang on the second effort. I said can, but I see the disc on the ground. He's claimed injury, but I don't know if we've resolved the play yet. All this is happening while I got a coffee delivery, so that's wonderful news.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be even more peppy. Poor Rico's gonna have to just watch me drink this and fuel from my energy.
I don't think a foul was called on the play. Yeah, it's just a check.
It was a drop, though. I thought he caught it.
No, he didn't caught it. I think it was a tough catch to make.
It was. He had to kind of turn his hand around, thumb up, and come down on the frisbee with the thumb up.
I hope he's all right, though.
Yeah, my perspective was that he had it. Nico Perus, he's sitting at the back of the end zone still, but he's still in one spot, so we can't make any assessment. Rainbow.
We're going to see if Revo talked during this timeout to see if they can adjust their offense on the end zone. And it seems to be better this time.
Bessat to Syrien. Gets it back to Chevreuil and then to Chen. Rambourg to Chen. Rambourg goes back to Chevreuil, and wisely made his dump move up the line there. Said, hey, Thibault, let's take some yards here on this swing, and moved him up the line. Chen to Chevreuil. They're playing a little too tight with each other, but I guess they're keeping the disc moving, keeping the stall counts a little bit lower. Bessat tries to go in the middle. It was not a wise choice, but he gets bailed out by Guyentops. Chevreuil to Rainbourg. And they're staying in the zone, deep into the field. The spaces are getting tighter. That shot for goal, and it counts. Guyentops, and there it is, Rico.
Yeah, they should have been up by 3, and now Revo is just down by 1.
Yeah, it's the momentum has changed completely from that play. I mean, unfortunate because there was an injury that came with it. The hammer looked like it was the right throw, but it hung up too long. It had the double helix. It kind of floated in the opposite path on the way back down.
Yeah, and maybe not in the right space. He could have put it a little bit further to avoid defender to come under.
Yep.
I have a question for you, Dom. It's style question. What do we think about the Fedora on the Ultimate Field?
Wow.
What does it do to our sport?
What does it do to our sport? Okay, well, I'll first just reply as my own personal style guide. For me, no. If I'm playing sport, I want to look sport. I also see Chevreuil wearing a pom-pom hat, and that's keeping him warm, but he's wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so he probably doesn't need it. It's more of a style. And so when you say what does it do to our sport when we have it on video, so on the stream, it probably does make it look like a more casual sport. So
yeah.
To that end, I probably prefer to see hats and most equipment being used to either match the uniform or functional only. You know, a brimmed hat, so it protects you from the sun. Otherwise, something that matches your uniform. But our sport isn't quite there yet to demand it. When people are paying their own way to go everywhere and do everything. But I think that needs to be the future of the sport. That the casual attire should be left for tournaments that are not going to be publicized as much as this one here in Madrid is being.
I'm happy you said that.
Yeah.
I didn't have to say it. Yeah, I set you up.
I know what you wanted to say. I know that you agree with my opinion as well, Rico.
Of course I agree with you. I don't think it's not much of an effort to take that hat off.
No. Would that hat work on an ISNO team right now?
Oh, no.
What do you think Francois Zubier
Oh,
would say
no.
about that?
Francois will be... well, he will call the timeout spirit,
he would
I
stop
think.
the game and quit the team before that happened, probably.
Yeah.
Anyhow, FRIZSTYLE are going here. I think it looks great otherwise, Thibaut. I love the hat, but yes, now you know my opinion. Maybe not for the tournament play.
So back to the game now. We have FRIZSTYLE, who is attacking after this great opportunity for breaking Revo.
And we've got some opposition. Michael Palmer. I think that is Mike Palmer, Ulti-TV boss, says he likes the pom-pom. Let them express themselves only in a certain way. Rainbow can't get there. The play goes in to number 28, Maxime Nijot, and they go back up now by 2 again.
Yeah, nicely put. You like that kind of hooks, like really, like not hanging in the air and just on the ends of the of the receiver.
Very direct, laser-like.
Laser-like, yeah.
In American football, when you have a throw that is scintillating like that, they sometimes say it's on a frozen rope. And we say that in Frisbee commentary a little bit too. I've borrowed that from the gridiron. But when they put that one on a frozen rope, yeah, you love those hugs. So yes, I get it. People can express themselves, but I mean, Mike Palmer, if you're watching the Australian cricket team play, which I know you love, would you like big pom-pom wearers on your national cricket team, or would they be making light of that, Mikey Palmer? Answer me that.
And I think if you want to show some videos about your sports, if you want to find sponsor because it's so expensive to play Frisbee at a high level, and you show that to sponsor, they want you to take you seriously. That's what I mean. But
yeah,
this is not a big deal for this tournament, obviously. But we have to be careful about what we show to the world. Maybe
I mean,
big
we're
word, but
constantly trying to professionalize this game. As members of Ulti-TV, as members of, promoters of Ultimate. If you promote the elite end, you need to make it look real elite. If it looks casual and like it's just about a party and the afterwards, then okay, people might sign up to have fun themselves, but it's not going to get the gains that we want. It's not going to get the change and basically the money that we need for this sport to get to the next level.
That's a nice D that we just seen. Like, just jump in front of the receiver to prevent him to make an easy catch. Even if you don't touch the disc, that's a great play by FRIZSTYLE.
Yeah, did just enough to make the receiver look at the defense and not just the disc. Now FRIZSTYLE back in that interesting situation. Can they go up by 3 here? Foul on the mark, no contest. And he's helped back to his feet is the bearded lumberjack, and he's calling an injury. I didn't think lumberjacks could get injured.
Me neither.
I thought they were made of
strong.
lumber and wood, but he'll be fine. He'll be right back out there. Sam Prot comes in, and that looks like a man who's probably not going to get injured on a Frisbee field either. Udumfung having a nice little nap. Danielson, as he's referred to on Is No Good, a young upcoming star, that Arturo of ours. how's he been playing this weekend?
Really great. I love the intensity that he put. That's why I let him take a nap. It's alright.
Okay, good.
Get rested, Arthur.
Yeah, as long as
we need
bring
you
it
at
on
the semis.
field. I've been very impressed with the way that young man has constantly been improving in the last year and a half that I've known him. Disc goes up, that one's deep, and both down. Two players misread it, and the trailer, and it may have been the intended receiver, the trailer, but because the other two had a chance, it looked almost accidental in the end. But FRIZSTYLE on the board, and they get that elusive 3-point lead that's been evading them all game long.
Nicely done. Great throw. Really hard to defend that throw because you are on your heels to defend that kind of throw, and this is really difficult to read for the defense.
Looking good is FRIZSTYLE. Mike, you know we can keep Galaxy Point. That one is staying. What is this cricket thing you speak of? Maybe you're not the Michael Palmer I know then, but I think you are. You know a thing or two about cricket, Mikey Palmer. Anyhow, you know that you basically said that you agree with me. And we will keep Galaxy Point because that doesn't cheapen the sport.
What is Galaxy Point?
Galaxy Point is like Universe Point, Rico. You don't know what Galaxy Point is? You shouldn't be in this commentary booth. I'm kidding. It is Universe Point before half. 7-7. If it's 7-7 before half, it is Galaxy Point. And it's like a prelude, a preview to a potential Universe Point. And I share a very refined gentleman is Cher Ndai from Revolutionaire. He's turned into a great ultimate player just the same. A pleasure to talk to and a pleasure to watch this man play as well as he gives and goes with Fumaroli. Ndai again to Bourdin. Another player who's had a wonderful campaign out here. He is a big part of the offense of Revolutionaire, and Cher knows that he traveled, and he's ready to go again. But the team wasn't quite, and now Bourdin gets it. They're going backwards a little bit, and Ndai gives and goes. Him and Bourdin, many touches in the last couple, and they'll do it again. And now they let other people on the team play. Kuyen Tops to Ndai. Wound one up. Oh, went around. I think that was intended for Bourdin, and he wasn't sure.
He was unbalanced to do that backhand throw, and maybe that's why he hit the ground afterwards.
Yeah, it was a throwing error no matter what. But also no chance for the bailout by the receiver in between. That one for goal. That one counts. It's Marti, if I recall correctly, who walks that one in. And now the separation. Well, now you know what it is, Rico. It's time for a Slurpee. Why is that? Because the score is 7-11, and that's where we get our Slurpees, Rico. It's always time for a Slurpee at 7-11.
Okay. I take you on that. And the timeout call, I think Revo needs to maybe find a solution and maybe be a bit angrier on the field to prevent FRIZSTYLE to take up the lead until the end and do more breaks. So
yeah, I don't know if anger is what I would
not anger, maybe.
Yes, that intensity. I know
intensity. Yeah,
it's difficult to summon intensity sometimes, especially when you're down. Like how do you get a team that's had this momentum push them down? How do you get that fire? It usually does come from
anger,
screaming. Yes, maybe anger fueled speech to promote intensity. Maybe
again we need to ask Francois about that.
Yes, Francois, and he is actually very, very great at that.
Yeah,
he inspires the team really well, and sometimes he does it with passion, and sometimes he does it with disgust. At first I wasn't sure about it, but I really every time Francois uses any of his methods to motivate the team, I support
it's working.
him. The team responds to him really well. and he's really good at it.
A lot of talks can come from ego also. You can ask the players that to individually think about their ego and what they want to do on the field, and do they want to be better than the other guy on the field. And I think it can give you some energy to come strong.
So Mikey Palmer, we know he's playing with us. And then, yes, Juan, of course, has a lack of intensity. That's another player who knows how to summon intensity. He's one of the loudest, most intense men on the sideline for sure when he's not right in the game.
Real Colombian player.
Yes, he's got that
entirely
Colombiana pasión. Colombiano, I guess, if he's a man, not Colombiana. Sorry, Juanito. But yes, they need to light the fire. Let's see what they got from Coach Frank.
Benjamin. Frankie, an old ISNO player, actually.
An old ISNO player.
Yeah.
So he has taken the reins with Revolutionnaire, and it's up to him now as Guyen Top spins his jacket to the ground there, getting ready for this next pull. So 7-11, Slurpee time. Revo in a near desperate situation to answer. Not quite, but if they want, I mean, it depends. You know, you want to win this game, I'd say it's getting desperation time. If you want to keep it respectable, okay. It doesn't have to be right now, but I mean, I would not be giving up ambition to win this game right now.
This is a key time because when you take a timeout to, like, correct your mistakes, you need to put that score on if you want to stay in the game. If you take that point, it's going to be really hard to stay in the game, I think.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A late game timeout, your only second half timeout available. You need to rally from it and get as much momentum as possible. Stick to the prescribed plan. And here they come, Remborg. What's their structure looking like as they keep moving here?
I don't know. I don't see it. And because freestyle is poaching a lot, but I don't know if there is. Oh, yeah.
And defense stepped in front there. There was two players. Bourdin shot it in between Chen and Chevreuil. And between them was the freestyle defender who broke up the play.
Kudrek, nice play from him. Again, when you have poachy defense, it's always hard to put disc in the space. You want players to come for the disc and make it moving really close to you. That's a better way of attacking poaches.
Bernardo, Guyen Tops bids, and I like the bid, even though he was a little bit far behind. I like to see that pressure on the hip. Wide open, but Chen steps in front and smacks that one away. Chevreuil picks up immediately. And Dai has a little bit of space right in the middle, 2 meters out. He goes cross field, but there's a call and it's a travel. Rico not so sure about that based on the eyebrows he just gave me.
I'm sorry, but I don't see the point of calling a travel on that.
I'm well engaged. And Dai to Bourdin, and he is in, and they do score. And 8-11, back to 3 now. So now they're scrapping their way in it. Let's see if they can break on the next one.
The Alleluia worked. It's a good expression, no? For Alleluia, you take a timeout and see what is gonna happen next, and it's your last chance. And Alleluia works? I don't know.
Yeah, Hallelujah works.
Okay.
I think normally it's a Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Okay.
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And like when the Hail Mary is achieved, we say Hallelujah.
Okay.
For the answer on the Hail Mary. But the Hail Mary is the option of, oh my God, we need something.
That's so good to commentating with you because I'm learning a lot of stuff, Steph. Thank you.
Rika, well, I mean, if you want useless sports information, I'll have lots to give you time and time again. So we got a full hex talk going on here. Hero 2 says they're positioning like hex, but they're not getting going. And Felix says the players behind the disc are free but disconnected from each other. Could they keep their hex formation even against the zone on the other teams? And this is Felix. The question's being answered as far as I know, and we're getting answers from Felix. But yes, they say that a hex offense works the same against a zone, works the same in an end zone situation. I think it has a little bit of limitations or at least modifications necessary to both those defensive restructures. But yes, I mean, you can definitely do most of what you want to do with a hex against most defenses.
The lumberjack is back on the field.
So he was down.
He was right.
Down but not out. Nemo goes across. Gets the upfield to Nave.
It's a timeout, but retracted. Maybe it was a fast count. So the play stand, but we don't know where this goes back.
Wait, a stall out?
Yeah, it was a stall out, but retracted.
Okay. So is it gonna? If it's retracted, it should go. Okay, it's just going back one throw.
Yeah, one throw. Yeah.
Here they come. Lumberjack goes upfield. A lot of contact on Nave there from Teak.
That was a bit dangerous for
Teak
both of the players.
Is in a bad way himself, holding the left butt cheek. But he's bouncing around. Butt cheek's not going to hold him back that much. He's not taking a sub. Foul, no contest. Upfield shot. Nemo continues to Gunning. Running and Gunning. Daniel. Oh, he got called for a travel.
Yeah.
So no wonder, but he looked right away from an open shot in the front of the end zone there. That one now meters away. 28, taking a look. Nijo, rather. 14, Daniel's gone to end zone, and he does just keep his feet in, does Boris Nave. And FRIZSTYLE stays ahead now by 4. It's 12-8, and they're getting stronger as the game goes on.
That was nice movement and really fast throw and nice reflex catch from Boris Nave. I'm liking a lot that player. I played with him in open tryouts, and he's a safe player and intelligent player who is eager to learn a lot, and is improving as the years goes by. So
good to see.
Yeah, I would keep an eye on him.
All right, we got some more chat here, a little bit more hexy stuff, but talking about Juan, you damn right, Juan, says Juanito. But Juan, obviously, an ISNO player. He's coach captaining of the Masters campaign that's going to go to Limerick. But he's also an external coach for Revolutionaire's mixed team. This is his first season, so these are his boys out there. He's probably got at least 6 or 7 of these guys on the mixed team, so he's got a keen eye on let's see what these guys are doing, let's see what they're made of, and he's going to have to, tighten screws, move some pieces, and get the best out of these guys once they combine with the ladies. So great to see Juan always doing his homework. We expect nothing less of him than that. I wonder what Juan thinks about Thibaut's fedora.
I don't know.
Bourdon, as he's known, Frenchie. Guyon tops, throws the hammer. That has way too much float on it. And because of it, the defense smacks it away. Kudrek gets the credit for the D.
That was a bad choice.
Bad choice. First of all, if you put that on a frozen rope, if that was a zipper, you might have got away with it. But
it was a difficult throw.
If you throw the hammer and it's going to go up that high with that little sideline to work with, you can't expect that you're going to score. And big one, other way. FRIZSTYLE making them pay by the looks of it. Kudrek. And he does dump. Nijo goes all the way around to Prot, but Guyon tops, and Prot plays some big body to keep that one alive. 70. That's MQ, went around, now back to the middle. Marti. Not yet. Stall count mounting. Needs something. Gets the break with the man tiptoeing and then falling. And they have got another goal. They are up 13-8, and they're running away with this one now.
We have to give credit to this freestyle offense. They are making disc move really fast. They are taking a good option on the break side and making big plays. It's enjoyable to watch.
How about Sam Prot's catch there? How was that use of body? He's
really good use of body. I mean, when you have his size and height, you gotta use your body for protect your disc, and it was well protected.
Yeah,
disc.
he did a great job of that. He's like I mean, okay, different body composition, but it's kind of like when Fred Bredard is taking space or moving quick. It's like, okay, I'm probably just gonna get out of the way a bit here because that dude's taking over. And Sam Prot did a bit of the same there. The defense, Guy and Tops was coming, but as soon as Sam Prot kind of spread out and opened his shoulders up, it was like, no, that guy's not getting it. It's only going to be Sam Prot.
Nice pull. Let's see how Rivo is reacting.
Here we go. Cher and Die with the disc. Gets Remborg, who was barking for it as an open dump. Teak goes all the way across to Kezalti. And now Ndai. Back to Kezalti, and they got lucky squeezing that one through a tight window. Ndai to Teak. Now in for goal. Baudrillard, number 69, has cashed it in for Révolutionnaire, and they get on the board 9-13 now. Still the lead for FRIZSTYLE.
I'm really happy to see Baudrillard scoring that goal. Actually, a few weeks ago, he broke his finger on at the Isno League, and he was like bleeding. Like he was bleeding like hell, and we thought it was he broke 2 fingers, but actually it was just his finger who popped.
Yep.
And because his skin is so tight, the skin popped also with it, so that's why he was bleeding so much.
It's crazy. I had the exact same injury on this finger. I'm showing Rico my right index finger. You can't see it, but because I was there that night too, and I remember Rico is studying to become a doctor, and he was the first on scene, and I was like, is he okay? And he's like, it's pretty bad. It looks like an open fracture. And Jules believed it was too. Luckily, not a fracture, but the skin popped straight open. And I had the exact same thing with my finger. I saw my bone at the time. It's bleeding like heck. And I remember wrapping it up in a T-shirt. I went to the hospital, and I got there, and I was like, I don't want to look at it, but it might be in 2 pieces. Oh, my God. And sure enough, there's nothing. A little bit of skin opened up. And, again, we're both glad to see Jules has recovered and is back playing. And it's only been about 4 weeks now. Here come FRIZSTYLE. Bourdain came off to poach, and he effectively changed the path of the first option. But the second option connected. Now the shot for goal. Basset was there, but number 4, Blondel, makes an exceptional play falling away, and FRIZSTYLE are now 1 goal away from ending this game.
Sam Pro can thanks his players, his friend, because that was an okay throw.
Yes, okay.
It was not a. It was not a okay
generous
option. Yeah. He put again the disc in the space with the defender. You want to put the disc away from the defender. If you put the disc on the right shoulder of the defender, it's a good throw. Yep. But if you're throwing in the space with 2 defenders on it, you can do better.
I always like to say that Sam Prot, number 8, who throw that, owes a beer to number 4. I mean, he owes him something for bailing him out of that.
Definitely.
Making him look good.
Or maybe a Coke if Blondel doesn't drink.
Yes, whatever.
We respect that also.
Yeah, a cold drink, whatever. A nice, cold, refreshing drink of his choice.
Of course.
My choice just tends to be beer sometimes.
Sometimes.
On the right, okay, not at 8 in the morning usually. So,
as we said with a friend of mine, Inyan, just a little bit.
Yes, just a little bit. So Felix continuing to talk about this hex. He said it's looking better, but they're looking away from the return throw. And this is something that I have taken from hex and I like to use with Is No Good, is the inverted pivots, the ability to look back to the disc instead of these forced power position upfield exterior pivot every time. And this is something I definitely, it's a concept that comes from the hex offense, from Felix. And I think it is very good to create initiation and movement in any offense. And these inverted pivots really open up your options. You get a lot more, and you always get to the upfield option still within a half a second difference.
You're right. The number 70, Taek, is he a beginner in Ultimate?
He's been playing for a few years at least, as long as I've been in Paris, so 3 years he's been with the club. But I think when I did arrive, he began. So he 3 or 4 years, and I think he plays a couple times a week. Why do you ask?
No, I never seen him on the field.
Okay, yeah,
that's why.
He's around. I don't
Okay.
know if he plays a lot of tournaments or if he plays league more or what his situation, but he's definitely has a few years of experience. Cher and Die steps in front and gets the D, so
that's nice because he could have caught that disc just right before, like laying out, just put 2 knees on the ground and just gently with 2 hands catch the disc.
Yeah, he didn't make sure of it on O, so then he did make sure of it on D to get it back. And I think they've called a timeout, and I think they're saying, no, you don't have a timeout. There's only one timeout, and I think you can't have a timeout because you've already used it.
Yeah, and the rule says that if you're taking a timeout you are not allowed, the stall count start at 2, yeah?
Yeah, okay, I didn't realize that part. I remember back in the day it used to be a turnover if you called a timeout and you didn't have it.
I'm sure it's not a turnover, but
no,
maybe
it's not.
we have viewers that can
Viewers,
enlighten
let
us.
know. I mean, I know there's some rule gurus out there. Sometimes I call you gurus, sometimes I call you rules nerds. Either way, tell us. We love nerdism when it comes to knowing
And
about
we
this
love
sport.
to learn.
Yes,
right.
Yes, of course.
Another turn, another drop, important drop.
There we go. FRIZSTYLE. Moving the disc. Guigo shoots for goal and misses Gunning.
I'm going to be hard on the number 6, but why keep that throw in your hands and throw the second option? You have the first option to make the disc move really quick, take the swing right away, and just you fake it because you want to fake it. I don't know why. Just take it on the first option.
I mean, it's a lower confidence. The hesitancy on the first option, sometimes that's the... it comes with experience a little bit too, but you're right.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what he needs to rewatch this. He needs to hear us saying it, that that throw was there, but it was only there immediately. Here comes Endai to Syrien. Syrien to
Baudrillard.
Baudrillard, c'est ça, merci.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, we're back on the English feed, not the French. Endai goes to Kesalti, and far sideline now, Peridi. Endai centers to Syrien. Rainborg. Go, Baudrillard had no chance. Rainborg put it too far in front.
Can FRIZSTYLE close the deal now?
They are gonna wanna. We got a little bit more chat here. Shake off their habits, looking better, but tendency to look away. And the inverted pivot comes from Frank H in the original motion offense. So even before Felix, we're getting all sorts of information here. Shape over rotated, players are free, they're just picking strange options. And I get it, players picking strange options, but I also get, and I explained this earlier, it's complex enough that the clearest option to me is never evident. It's never obvious. And you have to kind of like really read and react and adjust to whoever cuts first or whoever initiates. And there's no perfect place to adjust to. Again, if everybody is on the same page, I can see it working really well, but even one player off can break up the space for everyone. Here comes Révolutionnaire. Extend the game is their mentality.
See if they can keep up the suspense of that game.
And I. Syrien. Oh, a hot inside out, but it turfs. And now FRIZSTYLE, another chance to end the game. The lumberjack. Souquier. C'est ça?
Souquier, yeah.
Souquier.
Yeah.
I like the lumberjack better.
Easier for you to say.
Canadians love lumberjacks. Here he comes, Souquier. Gets the under to Dagneau. Ooh, and the throw didn't come out right, and Souquier wasn't looking. They've gone straight away, but Dagneau steps in front. Beautiful D. Takes that one away, getting up nice and high. And they really have a third chance. Lamorelle centers. Goes back under to Nijot. And across, Bonetta. Good state. It's a cool last name, Bonetta. Guijot. And again, gets it back to Guining. Oh, too far behind the lumberjack, and they just don't want to win this one.
I'm getting tired of this miscommunication. Come on, finish the point or finish the game. No?
They've got these opportunities. They're maybe they like Revo so much they just want to keep playing with them.
Yeah, that's good friendship.
Yeah, I doubt it. Chevreuil to Baudrillard.
That was a trouble. That one I can understand that you call that because he just tapped it like
he kind of like
2 meters.
He had a little bit of a hop in it as well. Yeah. He kind of jumped out of his travel. Chevreuil, Baudrillard and Syrien went to the same place and cut it off, but the other side of the field opened up. Now the shot for goal. Rainborg keeps it alive. We're still in the game. Revo has gone to double digits. They get 10. And FRIZSTYLE, now they're wondering, maybe they're, oh my God, maybe we can't beat them. Maybe we can't put it away.
We don't know. But we can see that they listen to us. Like, if we are exigent with them, they came through. They come through. I like that.
All right, good. Well, we can believe that they're listening
to
we
us. Can believe
Every
that.
time they do well and we said something about it before, we will assume that it was us that made the improvement.
Of course.
And there was some great switching, great stuff. We love the conversation on the chat here. Thank you all for joining us. Of course, a reminder to not only join us, this is free. We want to put it out there. Everybody should have the opportunity to watch, share, and like Ultimate. But if you can, become a member, support us, be part of the community. It helps us to be able to give more back to you, more events, more everything in the name of good Elite Ultimate. Ulti.tv.
We're going to see what the D-line of Revo is made of.
Fumaroli sends it. Prot keeps it in bounds after the drag. And Bernardo takes the under. FRIZSTYLE. What kind of style do they got? A lot of jumping in lanes. Left a lot of poached handlers, but they didn't need to take them. Sam Prot gives and goes. Now Marti. Centers. Continues. Gonçalves to Prot. Ooh, Bernardo, and Fumaroli was on his hip but falls down. Center. Scoop fake, but I thought it was going to go Nemos, given a bit of fake of everything. Nave to Nemos. Goes big and prods there. That's only going to be his. He misread the jump just a tiny bit, but I still knew no other defender was going to get in the way.
Yeah, I really thought that he just misread that that disc a little bit.
But in the end, he catches
He came
it.
through.
That is the game, Rico. 15-10. FRIZSTYLE take the victory. They move on in the 12 to 16 bracket, so they'll be playing for, I guess, I'm sorry, 13. They'll be playing for 13 is my math, what I assume they'll be doing next.
I will trust you on that.
Yeah, you're going to have to trust me on that one. Next up here, we go back to the women's division. Don't you go anywhere. And we got a game after that, the men's semifinal. All the action here from Madrid Ultimate International Cup. Rico, thank you once again for joining us. Do you have a good time?
Yeah, I really enjoy these moments with my coach, talking about frisbee. It's always nice. So thank you, and thanks to Ulti TV to give us that opportunity.
Excellent. We're gonna find more excuses to keep Rico on air more often, or we might have to wait till he retires. We'll see, but we'll take what we can get for now. I've been Stefan Rapazzo for Rico Becker. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Multi.tv